Hello, everyone. It is Jumbo Shark 19, and I was just randomly refreshing X here, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and they just announced, quite literally, well, I guess 4 minutes ago now, technically, EZA Yamcha in Yamcha. A lot of people predicted this. Not a surprise, I guess, really. Um, and it's interesting, right? I think there were, at least from what I was seeing, a lot of people were kind of down on the idea of Yamcha. One reason just because he's a dodge character, and there's a pretty heavy not dodge, anti-dodge meta right now. But also, like, how does he help, like, some of the units that are out right now, like, such as Tien, World Tournament Tien, or um, Tao, because we'll get into it in a second. But so either way, he's announced he's getting his EZA. I have not looked at anything yet. I figure I don't get to do these that often. I just had time, thankfully. So hope you guys are doing well. But I figure before we get right into it, I figure it's good to kind of refresh what he's doing base, so that way we can kind of really compare. So base Yamcha, right? He's leading Earthbred Fighters Saiyan Saga. Right away, Earthbred Fighters, really good team, right? Definitely has some, it's got a lot of Gokus on it, right? So how can it not be? Saiyan Saga, much more limited, not I would not say, I mean, a real team right now for sure. Um, Earthlings and Turtle School, that's kind of the issue where Goku's not on those. Well, he's on Turtle School, right? Only, but some of the early Gokus aren't, but that's okay. So I mean, he's covering a lot, right? But yeah, he's raising attack, high chance to stun, right? So that was one kind of issue with him where he's getting no defense on super base. Activates entrance when you have 5 or more Earthbred fighters categories. So that was really interesting because he leads Saiyan Saga, but you need 5 Earthbred fighter category enemies. So hopefully they fix that to make that less restrictive. Because that was pretty big. Attack and defense 150% for 4 turns. This is gonna have to really get reworked, right? Because like the content is so long now. Like even if you ignore the dodge aspect, like 4 turns is nothing. Like you don't need, like, in most content, like is kind of designed to ramp up, right? It starts off pretty early, gives you a chance to stack a little bit, and then gets really hard. Something like this only for 4 turns when you don't really need it, right? You need it later on in the fight. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. He's getting a lot of ki. He was getting a lot of attack and defense. He's getting crit. And then yeah, of course, he's got the 50% chance to evade. Um, every super attack, he got an extra 10%, right? So again, dodge. Um, so a lot of crit. So he had a guaranteed additional with a 50% chance to be a super, and then another one after he evades. Okay, so that's 2 built-in additionals we have to look for. Ultimate damage, attacks guaranteed to hit. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So let's get to the chase here. So right away, right, nothing that this hasn't changed, right? Key +3, attack, defense, 1770. Right, so that doesn't change. So this is what's really interesting. Activates entrance animation when there is another. So you only need one now. They went from 5 to 1. Way better, right? Like, zero doubt, way better. Going from 5 to 1, you only need one other Earthbred fighter, which you're gonna have a lot of, right? Like, is like pretty much every Goku's on it, so that's not a problem, right? If you're running Yamcha, you're probably running him with at least like a Gohan or a Krillin or Goku, right? Like that's not an issue. Not an issue at all. So that allows him, if you're kind of thinking ahead, potentially with like Tao, right? With Tao or Tien, right? Potentially. Chance of evading enemy's attack 20% for 1 turn. So they really just redid this. Okay. So you get an extra 20% chance to dodge right away for 1 turn though. So his first turn. And then they still limited this attack and defense. They buffed it by 50%, but they gave you 1 extra turn. Does that even really matter? Like if you have him turn 1 and then you get him, you could have him for 3 turns. Okay. Yeah. But you just can't float him off. Okay. So yeah, interesting. Interesting. All right, that's man, for 5 turns though. Like I said, like most of the content kind of ramps up, so I don't know. We'll see. Um. Oh, what he's greatly raising attack and defense. Okay, cool. So he is getting defense on super now. That's huge. Because again, we're in an anti-dodge meta, so he's gonna need to have some sort of defense, right? Attack and defense 200, high chance of performing crit, so 50% base, 50% chance of avoiding enemies' attack, so that stays the same. So on turn one, he has 70% chance. So turn one, keep that in mind. He has 70% chance. He keeps his additional that has a great chance, so that's 70 instead of 50%. So up by 20%. Okay, this is new. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. Okay, this is great. Okay, this is actually really good for like Path to Power Kid Goku, Tao. Um, I forget TN. Does TN need orbs? Does he need rainbow orbs? I forget. But I mean, just Tao and Path to Power Kid Goku on their own, right? Like they need rainbow orbs, so that's huge. Rainbow orb changing, that's can't complain, and he just gets that. There's no condition. That's just he just gets that. All right, awesome. So he needs rainbow orbs though. For every rainbow key sphere obtained, defense plus 40% and high and a chance of evading 10% before attacking. So you could get so you get the defense no matter what, right? So you get 40% defense no matter what slot you're in. But the extra 10% buff of dodge. So 70%, so turn 1 you have 70% chance. 3 rainbow orbs get you 100%. 2 is 90, 180. On a regular turn, after the buff is out, you would, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're running a lot of rainbow orbs. I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting. And again, like, depending on the fight, it's not even going to matter because you can't dodge, right? So, this is good, though, at least I think. Right, the defense I don't think isn't like you don't need to you don't get that before I don't know. I think this is the defense you get no matter what. Interesting. For every attack performed, 200% up to 200%. Okay. Chance of performing crit. That doesn't even so you could get up to 100% crit. After 5 attacks, you get 100% crit chance. So 0 crit. You don't need any crit on Yamcha. Absolutely. I mean, I would argue you probably want to go additionals just right away, just thinking just quickly off the cuff because just with the dodge meta, right? Like you want to build up that defense, probably, right? But so far, he doesn't have any guard or damage reduction, which I know sounds crazy, but like even with raw defense, right? Like you need more. So after evading an attack, he launches 2 additionals, guaranteed 2 additionals, each with a 50% chance. I mean, theoretically speaking, man, like he could be pretty untouchable if you can dodge if you can dodge, this guy's a slot one god, right? Like he will just be everything, right? Like that's crazy. That's really interesting. As the second or third attacker, okay, so they gave him some variability here. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance. Okay, so slot one, you evade, you get 2 additionals with 50% chance to come supers. Second or third attacker, you just get 1. Okay, interesting. AoEs though, don't forget. Like if you're against if you're against an AoE that you can dodge and you're in slot 2 or 3, you could get 3 additionals off this, right? And then that's just building up the dodge. I mean, that's again, he could build up that dodge quite quickly. But again, you have to be able to dodge. There's more. So for every super attack performed, they added a lot. Holy cow. Because again, look at this. I mean, that's not that much. And then now it's this two pictures. They couldn't fit it on one picture. So for every super attack performed, chance of evading enemy's attack. I mean, that's yeah. I mean, he's getting Honestly, is this too much dodge? Okay, hear me out. Did they give him too much dodge? Because like when you really think about it, it's like you get a lot of dodge from Rainbow. You got the 50% built in, and then you're getting dodge. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, he's getting some decent numbers for defense potentially. I mean, this is killer though. After 5 turns, that's just gonna be that's gonna hurt. I don't know how he's gonna I don't know how he's gonna tank actually. I don't know what his defense stat is, because like when you really think about it, most characters nowadays are getting some sort of guard or damage reduction. He has neither. So he's either he's probably gonna be dodge or die, right? Like that's probably no matter what, that's probably his ceiling. There might be a chance because he is greatly raising defense. I mean attack, but the defense is what's important here. Um, I think he probably could get to a point where he'd be fine with normal. So depending on the event, like normals, you're floating him off a lot. Maybe you don't get hit with a super, you're good. So he's probably fine against normals. This is great that they added this. Wow, greatly raise attack and defense. Bravo. Okay, they got the message. That's at least something. Also, he's probably going to be hitting pretty hard, right? Like 200% attack, guaranteed crits after 5 attacks. He's launching, I mean, one additional with a chance to super, potentially three. I mean, he could do a lot. Greatly raises, high chance of stunning is really good. And of course, they did not change. I'm assuming they didn't change his active skill, right? They don't change that. Yeah. So his active skill is still gonna just be kind of ultimate damage, guaranteed to hit. I mean, this isn't really that crazy. I mean, once you do this with guaranteed crits, he'll probably be doing something. I don't know. I don't know. That's not that crazy. They didn't really add too much to him for that, but I don't know. Yamcha. Let's look at his links again. Solid support. Z fight. See, this Z fighters link is killer sometimes though. I mean, how's he helping? How is he helping Tao? Fierce battle. So they literally only serve. So Yamcha theoretically could help Tao out by rainbow orb changing, but he wants rainbow orbs and he wants to be slot one. And Tao pretty good in slot one himself. So that's and then I also brought Blue up here because his support, right? Not useful here. Mission execution or DB saga. Or that's not the support. Where's the support? Mission execution. Yeah. So that's man, that's killer. So yeah, blue's not helping at all. And so then that's the thing. That's the issue with Yamcha here, right? Is like I think on his own, like really thinking about it, like he's probably gonna be pretty good. He's gonna be hitting pretty hard. He's gonna be probably tanking most normals, double digits. Again, losing this is gonna probably hurt. If you can dodge though, again, if you're able to dodge, like he is a slot one dodging god, and he's gonna be throwing out lots of supers probably for you, depending on your luck. But yeah, so again, like looking at the categories though, Earthbred Fighters is very good. I mean, you could. It's just where do you run? I don't know. See, that's the issue, right? Like, where do you run Tao with Yamcha? If Yamcha wants to be slot one, I guess you could theoretically float Yamcha, right? Because I mean, Goku and Yamcha would be pretty nice, right? You could put Yamcha slot one, Goku slot two, build Goku up. I don't know. That works pretty good. I mean, if you can dodge, you could still kind of roll the dice with Yajirobe. I mean, yeah. See, I mean, there's just so many good characters here that can really help cover. But again, looking at just like Saiyan Saga, right? Part of his leader skill. He's getting an EZA, right? But again, Prime Battle expectation shouldn't be too high. Um, they're due for an EZA at some point. He's probably getting an EZA this year, right? Probably. But again, very good, runnable, of course. But falls off a cliff after that because the new TN that we're getting is gonna be Dragon Ball Saga. It's not gonna be Saiyan Saga. So yeah, half his leader skills is just toast. Earthlings, we still have not gotten a proper Earthlings leader, huh? Again, I don't even know. I guess running Hercule. What is she? But again, Yamcha is Saiyan. So what is she supporting? Super class. Just okay. So she's gonna be good running. Okay, running Chi Chi here with Yamcha. Only half the support though. And this isn't a big deal because you're probably running Kid Goku too, right? The new TN will be on Earthlings, right? So that might be really good. Yeah. People are either gonna really like this Yamcha or they're just gonna hate him, and it really comes down to your luck. How much do you value dodge? How often do you hit your dodges? And of course, can you even dodge to begin with? Uh, I never got Yamcha when he first came out, and so by the time I did pull him, I kind of used him for a couple of missions here and there, but never really got to use him that much. So I'm excited. We'll see what happens. I don't think he helps Tao too much in the sense that, like, yeah, he's making rainbow orbs, but he kind of wants them for himself, right? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Let me know in the comments. Are you excited for Yamcha's EZA? Is it too soon? Is it the right pick? Is it disappointing? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, you guys, it's Jumbo Shark 19. Have a good one.